Okay, let's talk about stroke because when one happens, the battle for your future, well, it's literally a race against the clock. We're going to dive into the super high stakes, time sensitive world of acute stroke treatment, and you'll see how a huge shift in thinking is changing everything. It's saving lives and, just as importantly, people's independence. So let's jump right in. Alright, look at this number 1.9 million. Let that sink in for a second. That's how many brain cells are lost every single minute that a major stroke goes untreated. That's not just some statistic, it's a terrifying countdown. It's the reason everything we're about to talk about is so incredibly urgent. You'll hear this phrase a lot in emergency rooms and neurology departments. Time is brain. It's simple, right? But it's so profound. What it means is that every single second you save, from the very first symptom to the start of treatment, directly translates into saved brain function. It means a better shot at a real, meaningful recovery. Okay, so just imagine this for a second. You're in a chaotic ER. Someone comes in with stroke symptoms. The clock is just ticking away, loud in everyone's ears. In all that chaos, what do you think is the single most important question doctors are asking themselves right now to decide what to do next? The answer? Well, it's probably not what you think, and it's at the very heart of this huge revolution in stroke care. Alright, section 1, a new question. And this is all about the big paradigm shift in stroke care. The whole way we approach treating a stroke has fundamentally changed. We're throwing out the old playbook and focusing on a new, much more important question that's all about the patient's future. And here's that shift in black and white. For the longest time, the question was, is this a major or minor stroke, based on its size or some score on a chart? But we've moved on from that. The new question, the really critical one, is all about the impact. Is this a disabling or non-disabling stroke? So what do we even mean by a disabling stroke? Well, it has nothing to do with a number. It's all about the consequences. We're talking about any stroke, big or small, that has symptoms threatening to take away a person's ability to live on their own, or even just to talk with the people they care about. It's about function, not size. This really drives the point home. You see, a stroke might look tiny on a brain scan, right? Doctors might have even called it minor in the past. But what if that tiny stroke hits the part of the brain that controls the dominant hand of a surgeon or a painter? Or what if it takes away the voice of a singer? The impact is absolutely catastrophic. So this new approach is all about focusing on what a person is about to lose. Okay, let's get a little more specific. What kind of symptoms are we talking about here? Well, first, severe speech problems. That's called aphasia. Then there's dense motor loss, which means losing movement. And it's especially devastating if it's in your dominant hand. We've also got significant vision loss, something called hemianopia, where you literally lose half of your visual world. And finally, a depressed level of consciousness. Once someone is really out of it and hard to wake up. Any one of these is a total game changer for someone's life. So this all leads to a totally different conversation in the emergency room. The question becomes something like this. Given your specific problems right now and what matters to you, are the risks of this treatment worth it to try and save your independence? See, it's a shared decision. It's a partnership. It's about weighing the risks and benefits, but always focused on what that specific person wants for their future. Okay, so we get the new philosophy. Section 2. Fighting the clot. Let's get into the modern medical arsenal. Once a doctor decides a stroke is disabling, they have some pretty incredible tools to go after the clot that's causing all the trouble. There are basically two main ways they do this. Think of it like a 1-2 punch. Step 1 is to try and dissolve the clot with some really powerful clot-busting drugs. That's called thrombolysis. If that doesn't work, or if the clot is just too big, we move to step 2, remove the clot. And I mean literally, physically go in and retrieve it from the brain. That's called a thrombectomy. So let's break down thrombolysis. The easiest way to think about it is like a super powerful liquid drain cleaner. But, for your blood vessels. It's injected into your bloodstream, it travels up to the brain, finds that blockage, and just dissolves it. The goal is to get that blood flowing again. But what happens if that drain cleaner isn't enough? What if the clog is too big? Well, that's where endovascular thrombectomy or EVT comes in. And if thrombolysis is drain cleaner, this is like calling in a neural plumber. Seriously. They snake a tiny little catheter all the way from an artery, usually in your leg, up into your brain, and physically pull that clot out. It's incredible stuff. So, does this neuroplumbing actually work? Oh yeah, it works incredibly well. Check out this number, 2.6. In medicine, we have a metric called number needed to treat, or NNT. It tells you how many people you need to give a treatment to for one person to have a major benefit. For EBT, that number is 2.6. To put that in perspective, that is astonishingly good. It's one of the most effective treatments we have in all of medicine, a total game changer. Alright, this next part is maybe one of the most hopeful things to happen in medicine in a long time. Section 3, the 24-hour window. For decades, we all thought the window to treat a stroke was just a few precious hours. After that, the damage was done. That timeline has been completely blown open, and it's giving so much hope to so many more people. So here's what the new timeline looks like. Those clot-busting drugs, we can generally use those up to about 4.5 hours after symptoms start. The standard mechanical clot removal, that EVT procedure, that's usually an option up to 6 hours. But here's the big news. For some patients, we can now do that late window EVT all the way out to 24 hours. That is just a massive leap forward. So you are probably asking, how is that even possible? How can you treat a stroke 24 hours later? Well, the answer is that the decision isn't just based on a stopwatch anymore. It's based on advanced imaging. Doctors can now do spatial scans that show them exactly what's going on in the brain. They can see the part of the brain that's already gone. That's the infarct core. But crucially, they can also see the brain tissue that's at risk but still salvageable. It's called the penumbra. And if there's enough of that salvageable tissue left to save, they will go in and get that clot, even many hours later. Okay, last section, what this means for you. We've talked about all this amazing medical technology and this new way of thinking. But what does it all mean for you, for us? It means that your role, the role of the bystander, is more important than it has ever been. You are the one who has to get the ball rolling. And the one thing you need to burn into your memory is the acronym FAST. It's simple. F is for face. Is one side of their face drooping? A is for arms. Ask them to raise both arms. Does one arm drift downwards? S is for speech. Is their speech slurred? Are they saying strange things? And the most important letter, T, is for time. It is time to call emergency services immediately. Don't hesitate. Don't think about driving them yourself. Call for an ambulance right away. So let's just quickly recap the big ideas here. Number 1. Modern care is all about disability, not size. It's about what you stand to lose. Number 2. Every minute still counts, for sure. But that window for treatment is way wider than we ever thought possible. And 3. This is a shared decision. It's a conversation with your doctor about your goals and your future. And we want to leave you with a final thought, a question that really gets to the heart of everything we've talked about. If it were you, if you are facing a life-altering deficit from a stroke, what ability would you fight the hardest to save? Would it be your ability to speak, to walk, to see the faces of the people you love? It's a heavy question, but thinking about it really helps you understand why this isn't just a race against time. It's a race to save a future.